Greta Thunberg, who is going to save the world. I don't know why she has a Mediterranean accent. Greta, who's got more of a Nordic accent. She was going to save the world from the climate change that was going to kill us all a few years ago. And we survived somehow, you know. So she's not talking so much about the sun monster that was already supposed to have killed us. Now she's focused on a far more traditional enemy in public discourse. And that, of course, is the Jews. Greta Thunberg is wrapping herself in a Palestinian keffiyeh and is marching down the street behind a Palestinian flag, chanting about democracy and how we all need to support Palestine.
Show me what the people looks like. Show me what power looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what the people looks like. Show me what power looks like.
I think I've gotten the message. I don't know how much more Greta we need. How dare you, Akbar? Show me what power looks like. This is really silly. Totally predictable, by the way, because I'm old enough to remember some years ago when a conservative figure went onto cable news and pointed out that the left was exploiting a child with problems to advance their own vague general agenda. That the child didn't really have particularly sophisticated or coherent thoughts of her own, but was merely being made into a symbol and a spokesman for the left. And it wasn't really about a single issue, as we were being told at the time. It wasn't about environmentalism or the ozone layer or I don't know, whatever particular aspect of so-called climate change they pretended it was. It was just about leftism broadly, which is basically what climate change is all about. It's why they use this really generic term that can't ever be disproven. Climate change is about changing not the physical climate so much as the political climate to crowd out conservatives, to ensconce liberals in power permanently, and to radically reorder society. So the people who think that climate change is really about the natural environment are going to be surprised that Greta has taken up the Palestinian cause and she's going to go join Hamas or something like that. But if you recognize that climate change is simply a term for leftism broadly, then it's no surprise because the activist left has been donning the keffiyeh for almost a year now. And so of course she is going to do that. Because even here, the leftists who are showing up at NYU and, you know, covering their blue hair and their 17 piercings with a keffiyeh don't really know anything about Islam. They've never read the Hadith. I don't think they go to mosques or anything like that. Most of them probably don't consciously believe in God, or if they do, they don't like God a lot of the time. They just know that they hate America. And inasmuch as America and Israel have an alliance, they hate Israel. And inasmuch as Israel is a settler colonial project, which it obviously is, well, America is also a settler colonial project. So there's an imperial aspect to the American government, and it's all the things that we've been told that the left hates. They just want to overthrow us, our power, our rule, our country, our history, the West broadly. Inasmuch as Israel seems to be a symbol of the West, they really hate it. If Israel, there's another argument for the state of Israel, which says Israel is actually an indigenous reclaiming of land. So this is one of the arguments for Zionism. One of the historical and even religious arguments for Zionism is, hey, this land was ours and we got run off the land about 1930 years ago, but we're coming back and we're taking it now. So that's basically the argument that the left makes when they want to give Mount Rushmore back to the Lakota Sioux. Right? It used to be your land a long time ago, and for some reason now we're going to give you back this land. So they make that argument when it suits their purposes. They make that argument for, I don't know, the Cheyenne or the Cherokee. Why don't they make that argument for Israel? Because it's really not about Islam and Judaism. It's really not. It is to a larger degree about Christianity, in as much as Christianity animates our actual civilization, which is the West, and that's really what they're taking aim at. Whether that means telling you can't drive your car, whether that means telling you can't speak on social media, whether that's telling you that you can't have a say in your government. This is what democracy looks like. Looks like me, Greta Thunberg, in a keffiyeh. This is what power looks like. Oh, good grief. All right. If that's what that all looks like, check please. Are there any alternatives? Thank you. That was a great clip. Now hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We will see you next time.